Andre, you've been through so many tough times with this team. How difficult was it today to come so close to making the playoffs and come up short?
To be honest, when you're out there playing, you're not really wondering about what's going on with the other teams. We knew we had to have other teams win for us to get in, but you know, if you didn't take care of business, then you knew that was out of the question. So the biggest thing was just trying to do whatever you need to do to win the game today, and you know, let everything else happen. So we went out and took care of our part, but unfortunately, you know, the other stuff didn't happen.
Are you proud to help this team to a 7-game improvement in just 1 year?
Oh, definitely. I think the coaches came in and did a great job, our coaching staff. You know, to come in and get a 2-14 team and, you know, get us to 9 wins. Everybody bought in and, you know, was, you know, giving it everything they had every week. So one thing I, you know about this group of guys, no matter the situation, we're not going to quit. We're going to keep fighting. And, you know, that's what we did.
Andre, today had to have been more than one way, perhaps bittersweet. We don't know what the future holds, but looked like you were having a lot of fun out there today.
Yeah, you know, that's the when I woke up this morning. You know, that's the first thing I said. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna go out here and enjoy every moment. You know, that I'm out, you know, when I'm out here on this field, and that's just what I did. You know, I didn't really worry about anything. I was just like, I'm gonna make the best of every opportunity I get, and that's just the way I approached it today.
I think you try to make a statement every week, but definitely looked like you were making a statement today that there's plenty of gas left in the tank.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess, you know, every year you get older. You guys say I lose it, so it is what it is. It's part of the game. But like I said, I can still play this game. I know that. So whatever is meant to happen will happen, and I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Andre, got to ask you some stat stuff, which I know you love. Your catch with all your catch today, you're the 11th player in NFL history to have 7 seasons with at least 80 receptions, and you had your 51st game for 100 yards or more, which is an active career leader. Thoughts on that stuff?
Very humbling. You know, like I said, I don't really get caught up into that. I just play, and I'm pretty sure the day I hang up my cleats, I'll be handed some notebook or, you know, a sheet of papers or something from Coop. Yeah. And it'll have all my stats and everything on it. So I really get a chance to sit down and look at it and just go over everything. And I think that's, you know, when you really realize, you know, what you're able to accomplish as a player.
I know you say you didn't think about it at all during the game, but afterward, or was there a point early before the game or in the locker room just now where you were walking thinking this could be the last time you're here in the Texans uniform?
To be honest, nah. I didn't really think about it until one of my teammates came up to me and said, "I hope this is not your last game here." I think that's when it really hit me. I was like, man, like, you know, because the whole time I hadn't thought about it. You know, I was just, you know, more worried about it, you know, enjoying, you know, out on the field playing. And when they said that, it kind of hit me a little bit. But, you know, like it doesn't feel like it's going to be my last time here. So, to be honest, I haven't really given much thought to it. So.
The media, we don't have to do anything, no standing ovation or anything for you?
Nah, man. Nah.
Andre, Ryan Pickett said after the game he had never felt so bad after a win when he got the news that that you weren't going to make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. What about you? How does that hit you?
Well, I think the biggest thing was just, you know, you having to take care of your business first. And that was the main thing I was focused on. And, you know, you just got to, if it's meant to happen, it would happen. And it just wasn't meant to happen. So, you know, of course you'd like to be there because, you know, they always say once you get in, you never know what can happen. So of course, we'd like to be in, but we just didn't do enough to, have control of it, ourselves.
Andre, after the game, after the game, some of the guys talked about just the culture of this team. Can you talk about what it's been like being a part of this team this year and with the staff?
It was different, for me because I wasn't here the whole off season, and then when I came in for camp, you had to learn new things. Coach O'Brien did things different from Coach Kubiak, and when you've done things a certain way for so long, staying in the hotel for training camp, which I hated, it was, you just kind of like, man, like, I'm going back to these dumb Capers years, because it was kind of the same, and but when you go through it and you step out and look at it, you see how close it made the team, where guys are, all the guys are in the hotel together, during camp and stuff like that, and Fitz comes out in the hallway and goes through his cadence loud and wakes everybody up. So when you look back on it, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was different, but it was a lot of fun, and I think it helped everybody buy in to what was going on around here.
Andre, how difficult was it for you personally to adjust to 4 different quarterbacks?
Well, I didn't get to play with Tom, with Savage, but I think with Fitz, it was a little different. I think me missing the time in off season, I think that hurt me a lot. Earlier during the season, just trying to get on the same page and stuff like that. But when Malik came in, we kind of worked a lot, after practice and stuff like that. So we was able to, kind of get some timing and stuff down. But with Case, I'm pretty familiar with him. I played a lot with Case, so you can kind of, I don't know. I guess when he came in, I had some guys telling me that you can tell you guys are pretty familiar with each other because you can kind of anticipate his throws. So. I wouldn't say it's difficult, but, you have to go out there and play the game. So you just try to make the best of the opportunities.
Andre, just 7 months ago, you were at the Women's Center, and you said you didn't know if this was a place for you. Has that stuff been resolved? I mean, do you feel like this is still the place for you? And 9-7, you guys are moving this forward like a team has to be a Super Bowl contender?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I think the coaches have came in and did a great job. Me and Coach O'Brien had a lot of conversations and stuff during the off season, and the biggest thing for me was to give him a chance, and I did, and I like where it's headed. I think it's headed in the right direction. I think all things are pointing very positive, and we'll just see what happens.
Andre, do you wish you could have gone back to the offseason and done things differently?
Do I wish?
Yeah. If you could go back and do it over.
I can't change that. I mean, what's done is done. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's happened. I mean, sometimes you do things and sometimes you wish you can do it over, but I mean, it's happened. I mean, you can't change anything about that.
The last one from Jerome. He took a bunch of injuries for Case to get a shot here. He was in St. Louis, guys got injured, still never got a shot. Where does he belong in the NFL? Is he an NFL quarterback?
Well, I think he showed that he can play. I think he has a lot of talent. He's been kind of moving here and there, but I think if he's able to get settled in one system and he's there and he can learn it, I think Case can be a hell of a player.
Andre, is J.J. Watt an MVP? I mean, after all the years you put in and all the guys you've seen, does he feel like he could be the MVP of this league?
I'm mad at you for asking me that question. If he doesn't win the MVP, the NFL is out of their mind.